Hey everyone. Now, I know a lot of people are going a little stir crazy right now with the pandemic lockdowns, and feminists are certainly not immune to crazy. I had a little proof of that this week when a message request showed up in my Facebook Messenger inbox. This was from someone not on my friends list, so it was in that hidden separate area. The message was from a woman named Kathy Joe. Given YouTube's growing crackdown on what they call community standards, I'm going to black out her last name. I fully expect that though I'm the one being harassed and threatened, YouTube, would somehow find a way to blame me for it. So I'm also going to black out the city that Kathy Joe is from, but her self-description is quite important. She claims she's an advocate/activist hotline for domestic violence and sexual assault at the Freedom House. She studied criminal justice/forensic science at IVCC Criminal Justice, and she lives in Illinois. First of all, it's literally an advocate's job to educate people on the subject of their activism, so Kathy Joe should start with learning how to spell the word violence properly. Now, I did look her up online, and LinkedIn says that she's an interior decorator, so I'm a bit dubious about her credentials in criminal justice and forensic science. But it does also say that she just studied it, not that she completed those studies. So the first interesting item is that she sent me a message at midnight. She's an hour behind me in time zones, so what follows is something she decided she had to write about at a time when she probably should have just gone to bed. Possibly her avatar, envisioning herself as a lightning storm of some sort, may have had something to do with her, issues. So here's Kathy Joe. Why are you in encryptions on my account? And what the fuck are you advising a false report? You need to get off my shit. And if I see anything about false reporting of rape from you, then we are gonna have a big problem. And you don't want that. Do you know the statistics of false reporting for the most underreported crime ever? So since you have no common sense, I suggest you stay out of my shit. Definitely out of my life because I'm not a fraud. I do all of it. And when I get home after 48 hours, I sure as fuck do not need to call you out. And I don't want to see that choppy dyed red wicker basket. My God, do you have a mirror? So I'm going to sleep, and I'm not going to hear from you because you are simply the problem. Excitement marks. I have no idea what Kathy means by encryptions, so maybe some of you good people can help me figure that one out. The only thing I could find online to explain it is that apparently Facebook has encrypted messaging available. I haven't used it before. Oh, I might have once, actually, but I don't remember how it happened. Anyway, I always find it interesting when people need to type the word since it's really just a placeholder when a person is trying to figure out what to say next. Of course, the elephant in the room, aside from Kathy Joe herself, who appears to be a bit of a large woman, is that she starts out falsely accusing me of something that immediately tells me not to accuse her of making a false accusation. Well, actually, since I don't know what she's talking about at all, it's possible she thinks I've already accused her of making a false report, to which she's advising me to get off her shit. And this will get more curious in a moment. I didn't appreciate Kathy Joe's tone with me, though, when she basically tells me, in this case, the hapless recipient of this message, that I won't like her when she's mad, like she's some kind of feminist Hulk. There actually was a feminist Hulk Twitter account at one point, which was much beloved by many of her kind. That account currently says it's banned for violating Twitter rules. So, that's fun. But after asserting that she's not a fraud, Kathy Joe then assembles all her wit, which isn't saying much, to insult my hair. I always find it amusing when feminists go on about how the male gaze happens and how men objectify women, when this type of comment from Kathy Joe is primarily the go-to attack from other women. I also Googled wicker basket hair, and this image showed up. And I'm kind of okay with that. So let's have a look at Kathy Joe herself. the Cat Lady of Illinois. Mainly, this screenshot shows that Kathy Joe had sent me a friend request prior to telling me that I had somehow invaded her safe space. What a weird thing for her to do. This does not bode well for Kathy Joe's level of sanity. Given the seriousness of her message, I decided to reply. Who the fuck are you? I don't know you. To be honest, your message makes me suspicious of your integrity. So you know, I'm not just an advocate. I work with lawyers all over Canada and the US, so don't try to threaten me. When I say that I'm suspicious of her integrity, I had in mind her use of the letters YRU and her unwarranted advance claim that she is not a fraud. Given her claimed education credentials, yet her atrocious grammar, I suspected that she was, in fact, some kind of fraud. I heard back within minutes. And keep in mind that this is 22 hours after her original message. So she's had time to calm down, she's had time to come up with a better strategy for whatever it is that she's trying to accomplish. And fail. Given the basket hair comment and calling me a bitch, I've now lost my patience with this crazy woman. But I try to take the high road and suggest maybe she needs to sober up. Oh my God, you have nerve, bitch. My integrity. My word is golden with the police, judges, and attorneys I work with. And I found you on my police judges. Since when are police judges? Anyway. I work with, and I found you on my account, so don't fuck with me. Just delete it and go to bed. It's after 10. I respond, I have no clue who you are and have not been on your account. I think you had 1, 2, many hits with a bottle tonight. At least this time she seems to recognize that it's late at night, unlike her first message, which she apparently thought was a good idea to send at midnight. As you can see, Miss Pissy Pants is writing me back straight away. Let's see what she has to say. We can always hope she comes to her senses and realizes that she's made a drastic mistake. I don't drink, smoke, caffeine, sugar, and I meditate. You were somehow on my account, and you have another one on mine too. The spelling, I just can't get over it. Are you gonna delete them, or I'll send it to FB? I'm actually working, so don't message me again. And then you can see this person is not available right now because she blocked me right after sending that message. So nope, I know you're all laughing at me for thinking that I could talk some sense into any of these nutters, but this reply was a bit of a gift. She don't drink, smoke, caffeine. I had trouble picturing this nutter trying to meditate. Well, I'm glad she don't drink, smoke, caffeine, which sounds like a precarious endeavor indeed. If she's this hopped up in her normal state, how the hell is she going to handle emergency helpline calls? And she says that she's typing this to me while she's at work, which is why I left the name of the organization she claims to work for on the screenshot. I don't know what kind of vetting process they have, but I'm going to do my part right now to help victims of domestic violence and say that they need to do a better job screening their helpline workers. Perhaps they need to add more questions to the application form. Leave your suggestions in the comments below with what kind of questions you think these groups need to ask to prevent future Kathy Joes from injecting dementia into their hotlines.